Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed. My name is Lisa, and whether you're new or returning, I'm glad that you're here. Welcome to Libra's rest of the month of January's reading for 2022. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. And of course, cross watchers are always welcome, because you never know why you're here. Some of you do, but sometimes people land here by accident or by the title or whatever. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading. That's a public reading. And some, none, or all of it may resonate with you. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's go ahead and get started. What does Libra and their cross watchers need to know for the rest of the month of January 2022? It's 11:44 a.m. right now. 11 is the number of stability. It is the number of achievements and accomplishments. And 44 is the angelic presence. So the angels are with us right now. Thank you, angels. Oh, look. And we have the message. The first card that came out is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Sagittarian energy. This is delays. This is stagnancy. This is a new beginning is on hold until you change your direction, or you change your life in a direction that offers happiness. So if you're not following your heart, if you're not doing what you know that you need to do, there's delays, loss, misfortune, and new beginnings are on hold. You're being called to walk away from all situations, people, places, behaviors, addictions that don't serve you anymore. Release the old life to embrace a new life, because there is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. This is a spiritual quest. Many are called, few are chosen, and even fewer respond to the call. What is the call? To walk away from people, places, and things, behaviors, and addictions that don't serve you, that are making you miserable, keeping you trapped, keeping you oppressed, keeping you miserable, sad, angry, bitter, keeping you in situations where you're losing your money and your health. This is about the 10th house of Capricorn in the reverse, because the work isn't being done to go after new beginnings. The work isn't being done to end delays. What is the work? Healing and acting upon divine guidance. You're resisting change that offers happiness out of fear, manipulation, control. You're comfortable in the life that you're in, even though you're miserable. You really have to leave it to transform your life, to get healthy, for your true abundance. This is especially true whenever you're ignoring the calls of your heart and staying stuck in a situation, whether it's work, home and family, or whatever. When you know that there's something better waiting for you, but you make no moves. Speaking of not doing the work, 8 of Pentacles is in the reverse. 88. And this isn't good because this 8 of Pentacles is in the reverse. You're being called to walk away from a very stressful job. And you haven't done it yet. You're not taking great pride in your excellent work. And maybe you don't even have excellent work at all. Maybe this means that you're not working at all, that you're not making any money. So take it how it resonates for you. But if you do have a job and you are making money, you're not taking pride in your work, you're not perfecting your craft, you're not considering getting additional education or training because of 5 of Swords. This is an internal and external conflict. This situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach in matters of the 5th house. Romance, children, pets, creativity, matters of the heart, and risk-taking. When you take risks for what you love and what means the most to you, you will do whatever it takes, which includes moving, leaving jobs, leaving people behind, people who don't support you, people who try to discourage you, people who don't reciprocate with you with the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. And because you keep investing in people and in work situations that aren't reciprocal to you, your material needs are not getting fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways, if they're getting fulfilled at all. Someone's not focusing on acts of kindness. Someone's not giving or receiving with a grateful heart. So you take it how it resonates for you in your situation. This is divine guidance. This is the Hierophant. God is calling everyone now, no matter what sign you are. But this is for the sign of Libra at this moment. You have Taurus in your chart somewhere, whether it's in your natal planets or in one of your houses. And you have Sagittarius in your chart. You're being called to leave homes, marriages, and jobs that are unfulfilling to you. Especially if you've done everything that you could do to make the situation balanced and fair. And if you haven't, you're being called to do everything you can do to make the situation balanced and fair. But know that it has to be reciprocated by the people that you're trying to make things balanced and fair with. If there's resistance, if there's unequal give and take exchange in any way, shape, or form, the only thing to do is leave the chaotic and stressful situations behind. Home, work, family, marriages. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. It is only when you are at the light at the end of the tunnel you can breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. Many of you are being called to relocate or travel. And this is only for those that know this, that it keeps coming up for you. It's time to move, it's time to move, it's time to move. It's time to move home, jobs. It's time to get divorces. If it doesn't resonate with you, if you don't feel a sense of urgency about it, then this reading isn't for you. But if you do, I invite you to stay, because divine guidance will be given within this reading for Libras and cross watchers. It's time to search for the meaning in life. It's time to consider an alternative and uplifting approach. It's time to surround yourself with wise teachers and wise friends. And if you don't have that, it's time for you to have the confidence to stand alone and know that you're not alone, because if God is for you, who can be against you? Anybody and everybody, but what does it matter? If you have that conviction in your heart to heed the divine guidance, then just do it. It's time to change. 5 is the number of change, struggle, conflict, and progress. Without struggle and conflict, there can be no progress. We have 55, which adds to a 10. We have a 10 here as well. And we have 88. So please check out these angel numbers in the link in the description box below for y'all. So this is for someone who has Taurus and Sagittarius in their chart, as well as Libra. And if you don't know your birth chart, you can go to cafeastrology.com, put in your birth information, and you'll see all the signs within your natal planets and all the signs within your houses. Holy Spirit, please clarify the Wheel of Fortune in reverse with the Kipper deck, please and thank you. So a main male is unconcerned, or seemingly unconcerned, about new beginnings on hold, end of delays. They're unconcerned about taking a direction in life that offers happiness. You should be. Everyone in the world is being judged right now for not living their authentic lives, for not living their lives in truth and in justice and in justice, clarity, truth. Please clarify the 8 of Cups reversed. There is something better for you. Do what you know is right for you. What you know is right is getting a divorce. You're not invested in this marriage. This marriage isn't loving. It's not healthy. Neither is the job. It all sucks. And it sucks for a reason, because it's not for you. And you haven't done anything to leave the situation. You're resisting the ending. It's time to stop resisting the ending. Eight of Pentacles in reverse is clarified by bad health. The longer you keep enslaving yourself to this job, to this home, to this family, to this marriage, your health will rapidly decline. And it's a shame too, because you're an official person of some kind. You've been chosen. You have skills and talents and abilities beyond your wildest dreams. And you're squandering your whole life by procrastinating with a false person, by collaborating with a false person. Your wife, your unsupportive friends and family who pressure you into staying in this situation by, oh, we're going to cut you out of the family if you do this and this and this. You're being stupid if you follow the matters of your heart. If you follow true love and romance. Turning your back on your responsibilities and blah, 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 blah. It's all lies from the devil and the enemy to keep you trapped and stuck in fear, to keep you from transforming your life and answering the call of your destiny. What is the call of your destiny? A courtship. You're supposed to be married to someone else. You're supposed to be collaborating with someone else. Someone that you truly love. And you're ignoring it. You're out of balance, and you're creating injustice for yourself. There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of manipulation, and there's a lot of envy all around you to keep you stuck where you are. Release your attachment to the situation. These people don't love or care about you. They only want to keep you stuck, trapped, enslaved, small, and serving them. Because they know whenever you leave, you won't be benefiting them anymore. Of course, they're going to be hateful. And of course, they're going to be manipulating you into staying where you are. Because they're invested in whatever you're offering them. Please clarify the Five of Swords, Holy Spirit. The false person is to be clarifying the Five of Swords, but there's another one that's coming out too. Yep. Your wife. Your mother. Whoever the main female is in your life. They're a false person. They're evil, they're toxic, they're manipulating you. They hate you, they hate your light. They don't want to see you happy. This person wants to see you miserable because they're fucking miserable. Please clarify divine guidance, Holy Spirit. this was mostly in the reverse. You're being guided to get this divorce. You're being guided to leave behind unsupportive family members and unsupportive friends. You're being guided to leave jobs that are using you and draining your energy and putting more and more and more stress and responsibility and pressure on you. And the longer that you're not doing it, you're in more and more health. You're being guided to come away from the privileged lady. Stop granting her privileges that she doesn't deserve. She's manipulative. She's evil. She's toxic. She's codependent. Oh, what am I going to do? I can't take care of myself. That's not your problem. You've made it your problem for far too long. And that is what's keeping you immature. The Emperor in reverse. Resistance to change. Keeping you chained to a fate that isn't yours. But if you don't walk away from it, you will be bound to it. And it will destroy you. And as long as you're stuck in your head and only thinking about the brand new life and not doing anything about it, you're going to be in more and more and more poverty. It isn't just enough to dream about it. You have to make shit happen too. Especially if you want to be happy and successful. And even more especially if you're supposed to be a divine masculine, which you're not acting very divine right now because you're not acting in your own best interest for yourself or for your children. These people don't appreciate you. And you don't appreciate the blessings that you've been given because you've squandered the blessings you've been given. And you turned your back on your blessings for this shit. This is a heaping pile of dung. This marriage, this job, losing your health, losing your wealth. By not revealing your feelings, by not following the matters of your heart. It's keeping you stuck. And you're allowing it. You have allowed these people to take away your power. We aren't called to live our lives by suffering for other people. We're called to enjoy our lives, to help others, to heal others. And not everyone has been gifted to do it. Not everyone has the strength and the confidence to do it. Not everyone is built to do it. It's time to leave your familiar surroundings that are keeping you miserable. There is someone that you love that loves you too. You have not expressed it. You have not taken action toward it. And you're getting sicker and sicker and losing more and more money and being more and more miserable by the day. Because that is the universe constantly reminding you that you're keeping yourself in a situation that isn't for you. You're being called to leave it. And you haven't taken action out of fear. Fear of change. Fear of other people judging you. Who cares what anybody thinks of you? All they want is your money and keeping you stuck and trapped and miserable and oppressed. Whether they know it or not, some of them do and some of them don't. But they are being used by the devil to keep you manipulated into this, all of this situation. It needs to be cleaned up. But if you don't heed the call, you're going to go down just like the rest of them. But there is someone here, someone that you love, that is very intelligent, very wise. Whether you believe that or not. And they're not hostile. They're not in your immediate life right now. Because they've created boundaries. Against all toxic people, places, and things. This person is courageous enough to even cut off the people that they love. To do what's right. To create their own justice. So they can be happy and healthy. And follow their call. This person is not hostile. As if you needed a reminder. It's time to speak your truth. It's time to take action on what you know is right and what you know you must do. This is your truth. Love, happiness, health, wealth. This is the first step to getting there. And having the courage and the follow through to do it. This will increase your self-value, your self-worth. This will increase your possessions and your finances. And you will feel better about yourself and your body. Once you get rid of all these toxic people that don't support you, that don't love you, that want to control you. 12:12 on the clock. It is 12:12 p.m. right now as I am speaking. It's about releasing everything and everyone that no longer serves you, that never did. If they're not supporting you, then they're against you. People who are constantly putting fear and doubt and manipulating you, lying to you, stealing from you. People who have a history of doing this. They need to be released. You can't work with these people. And the more you try, the more you will be in poverty and the more your health will decline. Period. You are not safe. You are not stable staying in this old life. Because this feminine karmic is toxic. They practice black magic. They get their power and their information from demons. They have no protection. They're in poor health themselves. For all of their spell work and manipulation against chosen people. Period. Especially a chosen one that is on their temple path. That's where she fucked up. She is under divine judgment right now. And so are you, as long as you stay chained to this situation. As long as you continue to stay married, to have conversations, to do anything with this person, to be in proximity of this person, you are not on your temple path. But this person is. They're living in their heart space and they're living in their truth. And they're spreading it. This is being in the divine calling. And everything that this karmic feminine has wished upon this person that's in their divinity, it's all coming back to them. She put spells on me against my beauty because she was intimidated. And if it wasn't me, it was someone else. Because this isn't just about me. This is about other people in their divine calling. Lots of people in their divinity are getting attacked by karmics. Male and female. Karmics who are black magic magicians who put spells of attacks on beauty because they're jealous. Attacks on finances to keep them poor. Attacks on their stability to make them homeless. And attacks on their life to kill them. Whatever you do out of the malice of your heart gets returned back to you, especially if you are attacking someone in their divinity. Because someone who is in their divinity, who is connected to God, who is doing what God and the universe is calling them to do, the universe has no mercy on these fuckers. But there are some people that have been chosen. There are some masculines out there and there's some feminines out there that are still not on their temple path, that have been chosen for a specific divine life purpose. And they're protecting these evil, malicious people, staying trapped because they have children with them, because they're married to them. They share home and assets and all kinds of bullshit with them. None of it's worth it. It's going to kill you. And then you won't be in alignment with your calling, and you get treated just like these people. Because you didn't listen. You still have a chance to respond to the call, but the window of opportunity is closing. It's just a fact. Time is running short for us all. We are all called to be and stay on the divine path. The path that God has designed for us. So that we can live a happy and fulfilling life and healthy life. But as long as you stay chained to the old way of living, you don't get any of it. You squander it. You're being called to creative projects. Divine masculine. I don't see divine feminine here. I only see an emperor here who is disempowered by a demon whose sole purpose in this life is to keep you bound and stuck and trapped and enslaved in this marriage, in this old life, in fear and out of your divine destiny. You are very creative. This is where you're called to be working. You're wasting all of your time and energy and your health working, breaking your back, when you have a very intelligent and creative mind. And you're squandering it. These are opportunities given to you from the Holy Spirit, from the universe, because it's programmed into your birth chart. You've been chosen for this. But if you don't accept the call, you don't get any of it. And accepting the call is taking action, leaving the situation and never returning, and reconciling with the person that you know that you love, that you are not talking to, that you've been lying to. You have not been in your authenticity at all with this person. And every day that you're not in communication and not in your authenticity, and every day you're stuck working your ass off for this karmic, breaking your back, draining your health, keeping her privileged when she doesn't deserve it. And every day that you stay trapped to this bullshit situation that you're in, you lose health, wealth, and happiness. Don't let the window of opportunity close completely, because then it will be too late. You're being called to walk away towards your personal healing and happiness. But all doors eventually close. This door is closing. You've been patient too long. You've been waiting too long. You've been guided by angels, especially Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael. But yet, you're still in league with the devil. Someone who still unapologetically practices black magic witchcraft at night against you and against your divine counterpart, which is protected, but you're not. Until you come into union with your divine counterpart, you are not protected. You have to come into union and stay in your power and stay on the temple path. So once you come here, there's no going back. You go back to the old life, you die. You stay in the old life, you die. Same goes for all chosen people. You go back to the old life and the old way of being and old people and everything else, you will die there. And I'm sorry, that's not for me, but is that really for you? I don't think it is. It's time to take away the devil's power. And you've been sleeping with the devil. You've been sharing house with the devil. You've been returning to the devil, letting the devil disempower you. The devil comes in all shapes and forms. The devil comes to you in form of people, familiar places, toxic behaviors, addictions, codependency. Holy Spirit, what does Libra and their cross watchers need to know? Yep. And the devil will break your heart every single time. And every time it will leave you weaker and weaker and weaker until it kills you. What else does Libra and their cross watchers need to know? For the rest of the month of January. So if you feel like your marriage is fine, your job is fine, but you have some toxic behaviors or you have some addictions that you need to address, then take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But there are some out there who this will resonate for every single aspect of this reading. These people, these toxic behaviors, these addictions are keeping you a coward, keeping you weak, and draining your health and vitality. Because you're avoiding love. Unconditional love. And freedom. becoming a missed opportunity. No. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You're allowing the devil in all the forms that it comes disguised in. It hides in your mind and your thoughts, in your overthinking, keeping you from taking action. It hides in your dreams and your nightmares. If you get a chance to sleep, it's keeping you from your justice. And what is your justice? Unconditional love. Unconditional love of self and unconditional love from your divine counterpart. And ultimately, keeping you from your divine mission, which is spreading unconditional love to the world. You are an earth angel. You are called to help bring peace and healing to the world through your creative endeavors with your partner that God chose for you, not the one that you chose. And this missed opportunity, when that door of opportunity really closes, when you run out of time, you will be very sad. You will be very disappointed. You will be miserable. Because you continually ignored and repressed your emotions. You continually ignored and repressed your calling. And you're dangerously close to losing all of your wishes being granted, to having absolutely none of them being granted. And all because you let the devil lie to you, trick you, deceive you, and allowed you, manipulated you into deceiving yourself. The devil steals, kills, and destroys, keeping you chained to this demon that you're with for children and money. You're not doing the right thing by your children by staying in this shit. By keeping on returning to it. It's killing you. And it's killing your children. Body, mind, and soul. How many times do I have to say it in how many different ways? Libras and cross watchers. You're being called to leave your homes, your jobs, your family, your friends that don't support you, that don't love you, that use you, that take advantage of you. Many are called. Few are chosen. And not everyone who is called or chosen answers the call. Don't let it be you. Let's seal this reading off with a rune to give some words of encouragement here. Oh boy. Well, I'm being told it's all important. And I'm also being told to flip them all in the upright too. There's 5 of them. So this is 5 different pieces of guidance for Libras and their cross watchers. If you don't have Libra in your chart, this is for your personal justice. The first one is Laguz. Means water, and the key word is inspiration. Those with ears to hear and eyes to see, please be inspired by these messages. In the name of Yahweh, Yeshua, and the Holy Spirit, I urge you to see the message very clearly and hear these words. The rune is tied to the fertile power of creativity. There is life in your creative abilities. There is abundance in it. Your creativity is being blocked where you are. Because where you are is not fertile ground. A siren on the shore of a body of water is lost in thought. Her expression is inspired and happy. She seems to be in harmony with the surrounding nature because she is. And whether you're masculine or feminine, you're being called to tap into the fertile power of your creativity. And if you can't do it where you are, you have to leave your situations to do it. 54 on the clock. Just as water is necessary for plants to grow, water is also necessary for the human body as well. For the human mind and body to regenerate, to heal. Imagination is also necessary to give color, strength, and meaning to our lives. But what good's an imagination if you're not taking action on your imagination? There's that too. A romantic vision and the desire for beauty bring about an interior evolution and an increase in our power. Following your romantic vision and desires. Following the true beauty. It brings about an interior evolution, an evolution of the inside of you to increase your power. But then whenever it happens inside of you, you have to make the changes around you too. Are we in contact with creative energy? Or do we remove it because it frightens us? How do we feel when we're in love? Full of energy, shaken, intimidated? Are we afraid of change? Stop being afraid of change. Stop being intimidated about how you feel when you're in love. You're being inspired for a reason. Because you are a being of love and you are acting out of your own character. And whenever you do that, you are not being true to yourself. You are being ingenuine, and you are lying to yourself and you are lying to others. And you are a false person too, as long as you are lying about who you are and who you love and what you love. The goose brings empathy and increases understanding of ourselves and others. Your empathy is being used against you, keeping you hostage. And remember how I said you're running out of time? Not these is the second card. All of the advice given in these readings are necessary. The key word is time. Your time is running out. Not these is tied to unalterable necessity. You cannot change how necessary this is. No one can. And thus with time and fate. Sand flows through the hourglass. Just as days and events flow through our lives, we cannot stop the flow of time. We must submit ourselves to the rhythm of nature. And whoever this is resonating for, you have not been submitting yourself to the rhythm of nature. You've been stopping yourself. The card carries a strict teaching. We must accept our destiny. Discipline and sense of duties are our allies. We must be disciplined and be strong in our sense of duty to our destiny. Everything has its moment. The moment of Nathes is that of waiting and reflection. You've done a lot of that. Do we know how to wait and endure? Oh yeah. That's been very obvious. Are we able to apply ourselves and concentrate in order to solve the problems life has in store for us? Now that is something that has yet to be seen. The rune makes us disciplined and focused and is excellent for studying and those facing an exam. This is a test. You're in danger of failing it through your inaction. The next card that came out is an Ingoose. It means entry, and the key word is protection. This brand new life is protected, but only if you stay in it. You walk into it and stay in it. The rune is associated with the self-confidence that makes us even more open to others. Open to service. Open to using your strength of love and healing to help the world. That's what keeps you protected. A fortress defended on each side by a guard. A fortress defended on each side by a tower guards the entrance to a building that could be a temple. And it symbolizes our inner selves. As long as you're staying stuck to this situation, you're not treating your body as a temple. You are destroying it. Your body is a temple. It should be respected and cared for. But you haven't been doing that. You're breaking your body down. And you're betraying your inner selves. You're betraying your souls in the process. And in danger of failing your life's mission. The card has a double meaning. It represents a safe haven in a physical sense, as well as access to a higher spiritual dimension. In order to embark on a spiritual journey, we must first take care of our well-being and safety. You haven't been caring for your well-being and safety. Because these situations that you're in are unsafe and draining your health and your wellness and your money, your energy. Without a solid place to return to and feel protected, no action taken will end well. And the absence of a choice is inaction, and it gets punished just as the same by the universe, by God. Are our relations resting on solid foundations? For many of you, they are not. You're not treating your body as a temple because you're ignoring your body by ignoring the situations that you're in. The external order reflects the internal, and vice versa, whether you're aware of it or not. Ingoose makes us disciplined and directed towards self-realization. It provides balance, stability, and strength, but only if you harness the energy by taking the appropriate actions. What are the appropriate actions? Rado. Moving forward. Chariot of the Sun. Riding the chariot of victory and success into the sun. Of happiness, health, and wellness. And prosperity. It's time to go. Keyword is travel. The card is associated with travel on the physical as well as symbolic sense. In the spiritual sense, I should say. The horseman rides his steed proudly towards his goal, while the sun rises and begins its journey across the sky. It's time to be this horseman. It's time to ride towards your sun. The meaning of the card is that of progress towards a greater consciousness. The journey is to be understood both physically and metaphorically. Rado invites us to have faith in our dreams and get closer to them, so as to get to the root of our wishes and therefore to a thorough understanding of our nature. You will never have a thorough understanding of your nature if you're not protecting your body and yourselves and your energy, and if you're not acting on your dreams and your wishes and your goals. Acting independently will make us stronger and more aware of our limitations. How independent are we? It's the opposite of codependency. You're very codependent on your job. You're very codependent on on your spouses and your families and your friends. And it's time to be independent. They don't support your dreams. They just want you to continue to work and provide. How much do we depend on the judgment of others? You are a people pleaser. You are afraid of these fuckers judging you, but they're envious and they're controlling you and they're manipulating you. Some of them are even doing black magic witchcraft on you, talking shit about you behind your back. They don't love you. They don't support you. Not if they're spewing their venom and toxicity and trying to keep you bound to this life that's killing you and draining you. Why are you worried about their judgment? You should be worried about the judgment of God and the universe. And you're feeling it every day. Why aren't you concerned about that? Why aren't you able to move ahead on your own? How discouraged do you become at the first sign of difficulty? It's time to be stronger than that. It's time to stop wishing to be elsewhere, to be free and unattached, and do something about it. Once you do, it will increase your self-esteem and your inner balance, but not a moment before. Sometimes it takes some time to get that self-esteem and inner balance. The longer you stay away and follow your path and your happiness, being safe in your mission, it's time to tap into what brings you joy. You're not doing that. Dagaz is associated with the light at midday, when the sun's rays are at their greatest splendor. A boy and a girl dance with joy in the light of a summer's day. A butterfly, symbol of beauty and transformation, flutters above them. They're happy. They're free. They're unencumbered. They're celebrating their freedom and their love and their joy. Can be yours, but time is running out. It is a moment of joy and happiness that can be yours. Falling in love with prosperity, light, and wisdom. That's what we must do. We must fall in love with love and prosperity. Fall in love with light and wisdom. Everything is illuminated, and the truth fills our lives with bliss. Our dreams finally come true when we transform ourselves, when we focus on happiness, love, light, joy, wisdom. It's time to commemorate them and celebrate together with the one you truly love and the one that truly loves you. Everything is harmonious in the dance of life, with no trace of aggression in our behavior once we transform ourselves. Mind, body, soul. Jobs. Home situations. Dagaz offers happiness and enthusiasm. It helps us overcome stumbling blocks and feelings of guilt. It makes us feel light and beautiful and ready to seize the opportunities that life brings us. But if you're not in this energy, stumbling blocks and feelings of guilt keep you trapped and stuck and barricade you because you didn't accept the opportunities that life brought you. There's so much wisdom here. And those with eyes to see and ears to hear will hear the message and take action. I have complete hope and faith in that. In the name of Yahweh, Yeshua, and the Holy Spirit. And those that don't take action, they didn't use their eyes or their ears. And you will have squandered precious time and opportunities. So please don't let that be you. You hear the sirens? It's an emergency. Heed the call. Choice is yours. What are you going to do? Thank you for supporting my channel in all the ways that you do. I deeply appreciate y'all. I urge you to follow the wisdom and the guidance and your path. If this doesn't resonate with you, then you're fine. You have nothing to worry about. If you feel the tugging on your soul, if you feel that emergency, I urge you to act. Because time is running out. It is an emergency. Don't let yourself become the next emergency. And I mean, don't let inaction kill you and fail your mission. Life is too short. And your life is slowly getting shorter. The longer you don't heed the call of your destined path. So take what you know that you need to do and change to transform your life from this reading and apply it. More sirens. We're living in dangerous times. Don't be the next emergency. Don't be the one that emergency services are being called to your house. I implore you. Thank y'all for supporting my channel in all the ways that you do. I appreciate y'all. Try to have a wonderful rest of your month. But you only do that by taking action. I'll talk to y'all soon.